Good morning and welcome back to my channel. We are starting lecture number 77, bio section, and today's title is Gymnosperms. So far we have completed algae, bryophytes and pteridophytes. So all of them were dependent on water for sexual reproduction. But gymnosperms, they depend on wind. And this is the reason they could form giant trees. So, pollination, which is mediated by wind, not by water, by wind, is called anemophilous pollination. So, this kind of pollination is seen in case of gymnosperms. In this term, gymnosperms, gymno means naked and sperms mean seed. It is not male gamete. Okay, keep this in mind. Seed. So seeds are naked. So what does this mean? See, in case of angiosperms, the seeds are covered by ovary, and ovary after fertilization forms the fruit. Okay, so seeds are covered in case of angiosperms. Now, since in case of gymnosperms, there are no flowers, this is the reason the ovules are exposed, and after fertilization they form seed. So seeds are also not covered by ovary and they don't form fruit. And this is the reason the seeds are naked, they are exposed, and hence the name gymnosperms. So see, seeds look something like this. So this part is the seed and this is wing-like structure. Okay, so wind not only helps in pollination, it also helps in seed dispersal. So based on this topic, this question was asked. Which of the following is the characteristic feature of gymnosperms? So seeds are enclosed in fruits? No. They don't have ovary, so they don't form fruits. Seeds are absent. This is also wrong. Seeds are present. Gymnosperms have flowers for reproduction. They don't have flowers. They are non-flowering plants. Okay, so this will be non-flowering. So this will be wrong. The only option is seeds are naked. So the examples, we will first visualize the example. So I really wonder why this image is not given in NCERT. This is such an impressive information. Sequoia, the giant redwood tree. So this is tall tree. Okay, the height goes up to 300 feet, 200 feet, 250 to 300 feet. So this is how it looks like, sequoia. The common name is redwood tree. This image is given in NCERT, Cycas. This is Pinus. In Hindi, Pinus is called Cheed ke ped. In Uttarakhand, you can see lots of Pinus, Gingko, and this is Cedrus. This image is also not given in NCERT. So now we will review NCERT lines. So first paragraph talks about root, stem, leaves in gymnosperms. This is the paragraph. I have picked the important points. So first one, this we have covered. Gymnos means naked. Sperma is seeds. Gymnosperms are plants in which ovules are not enclosed in any ovary wall. They are non-flowering plants. So there is no ovary, no flower, no ovary, and remain exposed both before and after fertilization. The seeds that develop post fertilization are not covered, therefore, they are naked. So, the size range, they include medium sized trees or tall trees and shrubs. Okay, so the thalloid structure is not seen in case of gymnosperms. One of the gymnosperms, the giant redwood tree, Sequoia, is one of the tallest tree species. So in case of angiosperms, you will find even taller tree. The name is eucalyptus, which is around 100 meters. So root system, it's taproot system. So what is taproot? So see, when the seed forms the radicle, so the radicle will form the primary root, okay, and then lateral roots will develop on the primary root. So this kind of system is called taproot system. Roots in some genera have fungal association in the form of mycorrhiza, and the example is Pinus tree. In case of Cycas, small specialized roots called coralloid roots are associated with nitrogen fixing cyanobacteria. So cyanobacteria are blue-green algae. Okay, so you will have to note down this term. Coralloid roots are seen in Cycas and mycorrhiza in Pinus. The stems are unbranched in case of Cycas and branched in case of Pinus and Cedrus. The leaves may be simple or compound. So in case of Cycas, you will find pinnate leaves that persist for few years. So see, note down this table. Here I have done comparison of Pinus and Cycas. So Pinus, they have mycorrhiza. Here they have coralloid roots. This is associated with fungus. This is associated with nitrogen fixing cyanobacteria, blue-green algae. The stem is branched and here it is unbranched. This is monoecious. So both male and female are seen on the same plant. In case of dioecious, we have separate male and female plants. So the leaves are well adapted to withstand extremes of temperature, humidity and wind. So there are certain adaptations you will see in case of leaves. They are needle-like, they have thick cuticle and stomata are sunken. So all these features will help in reducing the water loss. Then next one, gymnosperms are heterosporous. So this is the paragraph. So point number 1, gymnosperms are heterosporous. They produce haploid microspores and megaspores. So morphologically they are different. This is the reason hetero term is used. If they are similar, we use the term homosporous. Okay, but these are different. So micro will be male and megaspore will be female. The two kinds of spores are produced within sporangia that are borne on sporophylls, which are arranged spirally along an axis to form lax or compact strobili or cones. So sporophylls, they will bear sporangia and they are in this form, cones, okay, compact strobili. The strobili bearing microsporophylls and microsporangia are called microsporangiate or male strobili. The microspores develop into male gametophytic generation, which is highly reduced and is confined to only limited number of cells. This reduced gametophyte is called pollen grain. Okay, so the characteristic feature of pollen grain will always be it will have haploid cells. The development of pollen grains take place within microsporangia. The cones bearing megasporophyll with ovules or megasporangia are called macrosporangiate or female strobili. So this term is important. Microsporangiate, these are male, and macrosporangiate are female. Then ovules in gymnosperms. The male or female cones or strobili may be born on the same tree, Pinus. So this is the reason Pinus is monoecious. In case of Cycas, the male cones and megasporophylls are born on different trees. So they are dioecious. The ovules are born on megasporophyll, which may be clustered to form female cones. The nucellus is protected by envelopes and composite structure is called ovule. So ovule has nucellus and then envelope. Okay, this is important point. Megaspore mother cell is differentiated from one of the cells of nucellus. So one of the cell from nucellus will form megaspore mother cell. So this cell will undergo meiosis and form 4 megaspores. So megaspore mother cell will form megaspore. One of the megaspore enclosed within the megasporangium develops into multicellular female gametophyte that bear 2 or more archegonia or female sex organ. So in case of Gymnosperms, the female gametophyte is multicellular. So in case of male, we saw there were few cells, but here we have multicellular female gametophyte. The multicellular female gametophyte is also retained within megasporangium. So gametophytes are retained in case of gymnosperms and angiosperms. And this is the reason it is called diplontic life cycle. The gametophyte is dependent. So this point is highlighted here. Unlike bryophytes and pteridophytes, in gymnosperms, the male and female gametophyte do not have an independent free living existence. So this is the characteristic feature of diplontic life cycle. They remain within the sporangia retained on the sporophytes. The pollen grain is released from microsporangia. They are carried in air currents. So anemophilous, wind mediated pollination. They come in contact with the opening of the ovules borne on megasporophylls. The pollen tube carrying the male gametes grow towards archegonia in the ovules and discharge their contents near the mouth of archegonia. Following fertilization, zygote develops into an embryo and the ovules into seeds. The seeds are not covered. So the highlight is the gametophyte is dependent on the sporophyte and they are dependent on wind and not on water. So this was all about gymnosperms. On Monday, we will start this topic, angiosperms. Thanks a lot for watching this video and have a great weekend.